Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Malachy Judd program. I'm your host, Malachy Judd. It's funny how that happened to work out, you know. But I am very excited to be here starting this new series tonight. It's been 3 years since I hosted my last variety show, which of course was a huge success. Everyone who watched it loved it. And I'm not exaggerating. I heard it personally from both of them. But, you know, putting together a show like this is a lot of hard work. I mean, it takes hours of planning and preparations, phone calls, rehearsals, meetings. I don't know how my assistant Danielle keeps up with it all, to be perfectly honest. But, of course, I did do some of the work myself. For example, I showed up here tonight. So. And not only that, I gave Danielle detailed instructions about how to do everything, and I stood over her shoulder several times to make sure she was getting it right. And let me tell you, that wasn't a pleasant job, because that girl can have quite a mouth on her when she wants to. Now, to be clear, I have done a few hands-on things to get ready for this show. I must have done something. Oh, yes, I remember. Actually, I was the one that secured the guest entertainer for this first program. It wasn't easy either. In fact, it all started in my office a few days ago. I remember I was sitting at my desk when Danielle came in.
Boss, I've called everyone on this list, and no one is available to be your guest for the show.
Oh, gee. Maybe we could do the show without a guest? We have plenty of talent in the cast, but I don't know. I was really hoping to get a guest, you know, start the show off really big.
Yeah, but who are you going to get?
Maybe we're just trying too hard. I mean, you know, you can't always get the biggest names when you first start a show.
Yeah, you had trouble getting them on your show when it had been on for a year.
Stop it. When my last series was on for a year, it was over. Oh, I haven't checked my email in quite a while. Message from Ian. Message from Ian. Message from Mom. I'll read those later. Sign up with the Band Instrument of the Month Club. Delete. Message from Ian. Message from Autumn. Autumn. Oh, right, the new girl joining the cast of the show, I remember. Message from Ian. You're invited to the grand opening of Noodle Heaven. Delete. Message from Ian. New technology for men. Increase your ability to... Save. Message from Ian. Oh, brother, this guy never gives up. Hey, you know, Ian's a little intense, but I do have to admit he is a talented guy. Maybe that's it. Danielle, can you come in here, please?
Oh, do you want me to sing you a lullaby?
No, I do not. I want you to contact Ian Stewart.
Ian Stewart, what for?
To ask him to be the guest on the first show.
Do I have to?
Look, I know he's a little overbearing, but we can put up with him for one show.
Do you remember the last project you put him on, opening for your concert in Wenatchee?
Well, it wasn't that bad.
Oh yeah, he did fine, but you didn't even get to perform.
I did too. You forgot, I sang one song at the end.
My mistake.
Look, just call him, please.
Okay, but don't come crawling to me when all this goes haywire.
What a worrywart. How could anything go wrong? This is the perfect solution to the problem. Things are finally starting to shape up. And so I continued with my work, as I do every day. And What? You know, come to think of it, it was Danielle that called Ian. So, never mind all that after all. Anyway, Ian Stewart said he would be happy to join us for this first show, and we're glad to have him with us. Now, you might be wondering who Ian Stewart is. You're not alone. Everyone else is wondering that, too. Actually, Ian is an old friend of mine, a photographer. He also dabbles in acting, writing, singing, playing music, and making faces. I mean, really, you should see some of the beautiful watches that he's put together. Yeah. But no kidding, no kidding. Actually, this guy could do just about anything that you
MJ,
can.
how much longer is this introduction going to be?
Oh, Scott, I'm sorry. Am I taking too long?
Well, let's just say that I'm ready to do the opening song.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad to hear it.
In fact, I've been ready for the last 10 minutes.
I guess I'm taking too long. Okay, fine. Scott, go ahead and get back in your place. I'll introduce you right now.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, Ian Stewart will be out a little later in the program. Right now, we have our show's very own folk singer and songwriter for your listening pleasure. You know, I remember when I first met Scott. It must have been
I'm ready.
About... Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Jeffrey Brown.
My darling, if I could, I would change it all for the good. But since I can't, I must cry, cry, cry to the heavens, to the sky. Since you told me you found someone else, my whole world's turned upside down. I want to quit my job and run far away, away from my life in this town. My darling, if I could, I would change it all for the good. But since I can't, I must cry, cry, cry to the heavens, to the sky. I've analyzed it till I'm blue in the face. I can't accept that we're through, so I keep coming back and losing your respect. The one who will not come back is you, my darling. If I could, I would change it all for the good. But Since I can't, I must cry, cry, cry to the heavens, to the sky. Even though I'll love you for the rest of my life, I'll step up like a man and set you free. 'Cause when the pain of losing you fades away, I don't want any bitterness in me. My darling, if I could, I would change it all for the good. On to the heavens, to the sky.
You know, Autumn, I really want to tell you how glad I am to have you as a part of the cast of my show.
Oh, hey, Autumn. What are you doing here?
Ian, hi.
You two know each other?
Well, we're acquainted.
Yeah.
She sings too, you know. I opened a concert for her one time.
Yeah, but I only got to sing the one song at the end.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
So, how do you two know each other?
Well, Malachy and I go way back. He invited me to come be on his show, and I couldn't pass up that opportunity.
No, I would think not.
Hey, listen, I gotta go rehearse for the closing act, but I'll talk to you guys later. I'm working on this hilarious speech for the cloud watching sketch. Oh, Malachy, thanks again for thinking of me and including me in the cast of your show. Appreciate it, buddy.
In the cast, but no, you're just a yeah. Oh, boy.
What's the matter?
Danielle was right. Things are going haywire.
Come, all ye lads and lassies, and listen to me a while. I'll sing to you a verse or two that'll surely make you smile. Concerning a fine young man, I'm going to tell you now, who has lately come a courting the maid of the sweet brown now. This young man says, "My pretty maid, will you come along with me? We'll both fly off together, and happy we will be. We'll join our hands in wedlock bands as I'm speaking with you now, and I'll do my best endeavor for the maid of the sweet brown now." This fair and fickle young thing, she knew not what to say. Her eyes did shine like diamonds bright and merrily did play. She said, "Young man, your love subdue, for I'm not ready now, and I'll spend another season at the foot of the sweet ground now." This young man says, "Me pretty maid, how can you answer so? See down in yonder valley where me crops do gently grow. Down in yonder valley I have horses, men and plough, and they're at their daily labour for the maid of the sweet ground now." If they're at their daily labour, then kind sir, it is not for me. "I've heard of your behaviour, I have indeed," said she. "There is an inn where you call in, and I've heard the people say that you rap and you call and you pay for all and go home at the break of day. If I rap and I call and I pay for all, my money 'tis all me own. I'll never spend your fortune, for I hear that you've got none. You thought you had me poor heart broken talking with you now, but I'll leave you where I found you at the foot of the sweet ground now. Oh, I'll leave you where I found you at the foot of the sweet ground now."
I'm sorry, Mr. McFergus. Mr. Judd is still at the studio. They're doing their first show today.
Oh, I know. That's exactly why I need to talk to him. Maybe I should go over there.
No. That's too much trouble. You don't want to walk all that way.
It's only 5 blocks down the street.
What I meant is that Mr. Judd will be very busy and he won't have time to visit.
I'm not going to visit. I want to make sure he mentions my product on the show. After all, I've spent a lot of money into making this show happen.
And we're very grateful, Mr. McFerris, but you see, we can't just...
Oh, good grief. What in the world's wrong now?
I just noticed how tired you look. You really shouldn't walk all the way to the studio.
Nonsense. My car's right outside.
Right. You shouldn't walk all the way to your car. I think you should sit down and rest.
Nonsense. I feel fine, thank you very much. What I really need is a restroom.
Oh, right through there. What are you doing here?
I forgot my sunglasses for the cloud watching skit. What's he doing here?
What do you think?
Oh no, a product for the show?
What else?
I was afraid something like this was going to happen with him.
You better grab your sunglasses and go before he comes back.
Malachy, what a great fortune to run into you.
Yeah, not exactly what I was thinking. And Mr. McFergus, hi, wonderful to see you. Unfortunately, I'm just on my way back to the studio, so if you'll excuse me.
Well, what I have to say won't take very much of your time.
Okay.
You really must show my product on your show.
Well, Mr. McFergus, you see, we're on community TV. We can't just do any kind of commercial content, so.
Well, nonsense. As your sponsor, I should have my product mentioned.
Well, technically you're a financial contributor, not a sponsor.
Can you at least mention show the product in your show?
Well, you know, it's complicated because it's hard to find a way, to make it fit.
Or I could just withdraw all future financial contributions.
But of course, there's always some way to include a product in it, I'm assuming. So what's the product anyway?
It's expanding gum.
Expanding gum?
Yeah, you take a little piece of it and it expands in your mouth. That way it saves room in your purse and your pocket.
Oh, right, because that's a problem all the time. Fine, I'll figure out some way to include this, Mr. McFergus, but I really do need to get back to the studio, so if you'll excuse me.
Excellent, excellent.
Wish I could be there to see how this turns out. What am I saying?
Scott, have you seen Malachy around anywhere?
Sure, seen him a lot of places.
Cute. I mean, have you seen him around lately?
Well, he introduced me earlier.
More lately than that, Scott.
Well, that was the last time I saw him, Ian.
Oh, I'm back. I forgot my glasses.
Malachy, there you are. Look, I've been wondering where you were. I want to read you this hilarious speech I wrote for the end of the cloud watching sketch, all right? A cloud can be anything your mind can see.
Ian, please, not right now. We don't have time. We need to get ready. I'll hear it when you do it. I trust you, don't worry. Oh, by the way, we're going to be chewing gum in the sketch.
Chewing gum? What for?
Never mind, we just are. Now, come on.
Ah, late springtime. Ready to give way into summer. The perfect time for friends to watch the clouds roll by.
Hey, look at that one. What do you see?
It looks like a frog.
It's a grand piano.
I think it's a fire hydrant being visited by a German shepherd.
Here, you guys. Have some gum.
Gum?
I know, right?
What about that one?
It's a guitar.
It's a heavyset man with a top hat.
Right. It's obviously a giraffe.
Huh. Hey, look at this one. It's like a xylophone.
No, it's a porcupine.
I think it's a ladder lying against a rickety old fence.
What are you talking about?
A cloud can be anything your mind can see. Just imagine all the porcupine.
Well, that's the end of our first show. It's kind of like deja vu. Well, I do want to thank my guest, Ian Stewart, who has graciously accepted my offer to continue as a regular part of the cast. What? Like I could tell him. Besides, he still hasn't gotten the gum out of his mouth. Come to think of it, I should have some of that gum handy for Ian the next time he opens a concert for me. Maybe I'll get to do more than one song at the end. Anyway.
Malachy, I just got my gum out. What was that all about anyway?
Oh, well, Mr. McFergus, whose company makes that gum, contributed a lot of money to the show.
I see. So naturally you had to use the product in a scene.
Something like that, yes.
Isn't that against the rules?
Never mind.
Okay. Well, I had a lot of fun anyway. I'm really glad to be part of the show. How do you think I did?
Oh, how did you do? I thought you were great. Everybody did a great job. I think we'll all get better as we continue working together, but it was a great start. What we really need now is to find more talented people to be guests and featured entertainers for the show.
You know, I have a lot of talented friends. Dancers, musicians, magicians, comedians, set builders, trapeze artists, you name it.
Wow, that's great. I mean, we can use them all.
No, we can't. They're all really busy.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because you have me, and I have a lot of different talents that could really benefit you, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what she means. Well, good night, everyone.
Thank you.